President, next speaker is Sebastian Mejia.
Good evening. Good evening. Patterson, my fellow Pattersonians, my community standing behind me, those watching at home. There are a lot of similarities that I've seen between the situation that occurred with Felix De Jesus and Najee Seabrook. They were last in contact with members of the Patterson Police Department. Unfortunately, we had to revisit how they're handling situations with people in situations of stress, anxiety, and mental health. That evening, Felix De Jesus, he might have had a few too many drinks. You know, he might have been right. Let's be transparent. But that even if he did, whether he did or he didn't, he was under the care of members of the community that have taken oaths. Took an oath of office to protect and serve. So you don't do that. You don't leave a man in a cold blue weather outside in a park. You don't approach a man who might be having a mental health issue with shotguns. Okay, you approach that from a place of compassion and understanding for the trauma that people live through growing up in this community. How many people, you could think, raise your hand how many people grew up, knew somebody that was killed? Whether at the hands, because we can't always blame the finger at law enforcement, because a lot of times we're killing each other. But trauma is trauma no matter how you slice it. Trauma is trauma no matter how you slice it. So that tells us, Patterson, we're at a crossroads. We're at a crossroads. Either we're going to make the right decision or the wrong decision right here. And it starts by keeping individuals accountable. That is what we have been asking for a year plus already. We have a new chief. This situation occurred the same day as his swearing-in ceremony at International High School. Yes, that's what happened. So this means the ball is in the Chiefs' court at this point. How are you going to handle the situation? We want to improve the relationship that the community has with law enforcement, because I don't want to see chaos in my community. I don't want to see crowds getting mowed down and pepper sprayed. I don't want to see that. I don't want animosity and violence and hatred towards one another. That's not what I'm here to represent. But I don't want to see that. And it takes keeping those who did the wrong thing accountable. Okay, this community is grieving. And we come here to express ourselves. And we expect an ounce of diplomacy and professionalism. I would like for the cameraman or camerawoman to pan to the seats on the city council chambers. Look at who is here and who is not here. Look who is here and who is not here. Who actually wants to stand there, sit there, and listen to the grievances of the community? At least, I'll wrap up in a few. Madam City Clerk, Madam Secretary?
Madam Clerk. She's
Madam
acting
Clerk.
as a Madam
And
Clerk.
I support Madam Clerk and anything that she chooses to do, because she has been doing an excellent job. I will continue speaking right now, though. As far as council members not being present when the community comes up to speak, you should be ashamed of yourselves, because we elected you there. And I hold nothing back. I hold my tongue back. I am actively running for a Fifth Ward City Council seat in the city of Patterson, but I'm not up here. I'm not up here just to get voted on. Don't vote for me just because I'm over here on the mic, just because I'm Latino, just because I don't care about that. I want to see the city improve. Okay? And if you're tired of your current representation, Sebastian Mejia from Fifth Ward Council. Si usted está cansado y vive en el quinto barrio, está cansado de representación que se tiene actualmente, vote por Sebastián Mejia 2024, 2024. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Mr. President, next speaker is Mr. Corey Teague.